Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clank Joker, and welcome to the first. Well, I wouldn't say this is a review, but anyways, welcome to the my thoughts on, or my thoughts on review. It's like a movie review, except not scripted. I talk about what I really think about films. Today is the Emoji Movie. And I know, I'm a little late, but better late than never. So yeah, basically, I'm gonna be talking about movies, what I think about them, what's good, what's bad, what's mediocre. I've got other films to that I need to review, like Kingsman, the Golden Circle, the new one. I'll do Secret Surface as well. At some point, I've got the It remake. I've got Baby Driver. I've got lots. Regan and Jogo will be next, right afterwards as well. But I won't be able to see that until maybe next week or the 13th. I know it's already out, but the US has different release dates than in the UK. Speaking of which, this movie came out right before us. And I feel really, really bad for these guys. Because they had to see this movie. They had to see this movie before us. I really don't know how to feel. Like we got Smurfs before them, which was a slightly better movie, in my opinion. But even though that's not saying much, because the movie the movie I should say, was just meh. Sort of like Trolls, you know DreamWorks Trolls? That was meh, but I found that slightly better than Smurfs. But they're all better than the Emoji Movie. I'll tell you a little funny story, actually. When I went to go see the film with my friend, we got tickets, we got the food, we got the drink, yada yada yada. She went to go and get a sundae from Ben and Jerry's, which sounds nice, but I got vanilla when I saw Kingsman: The Golden Circle. That's another story, but that's not really a story, even though I just got vanilla. Anyways, I go sit down. I think, yes, nobody's here at the moment. Sorry if I stutter so much. It's just I'm trying to put it into words. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, yes. If it stays, I'm doing it again. If it stays empty, I'll be able to shout and say "fuck you" at the movie. Although that wouldn't really, my friend wouldn't really like that, or just find it a little, I don't know, disturbing or just rude. But I don't care. The movie sucks. Then the adverts came on, and I realised they were 15, and I thought, the film's a PG. Why would there be 15 adverts? I thought this was a joke because Emoji Movie has actually become kind of a meme after its hate from the first trailer. And I thought, well, they played a trick on us. But then I go over to my friend. I say, "Can I see the ticket?" She hands me the ticket, and I look, and I went, "We're at the wrong screening." So you have to look at the ticket first before you go in to make sure you're at the right place. Same with seats. If you go into one seat, you're going to be separated from your friend. Like, he's on the other side watching and you can't talk to anyone, only to yourself. In your head. Anyway, we went to the right screening. There was children, there was a couple of parents in there. There wasn't a lot. I saw this film in September. Yeah, I know. I'm a little late, but again... But again, there wasn't much children, much people in there, which is a good thing. So I don't have to let everyone suffer. But they seem to enjoy it. Fine. Okay, fine. I know it's a kids' movie, but it's about emojis. I'm not sure how and why it would be a kids' movie. It shouldn't be. I chuckled a couple of times in the film. It's more like a I cover my mouth with my hand. It's like, did I really just laugh? Even though I just chuckled? It did happen. There was only a couple of times. There was only like about 3 times. But that's not good enough to say that the movie is good. Far from it. Alright. That's my story about how I thought this would be my success to rip the movie apart. I almost did, but I didn't succeed. I'm really sorry. Anyways, let's get into the movie. I'll start off with what I liked first, since it's kind of a bit fair. If there's a film out there I like, I always start with the stuff that I didn't like, then I'll get to the good stuff. If I forget, then, well, I'll get to it at some point. I'll say this. Like I said, I did say I did get a couple of chuckles. True, James Corden, Patrick Stewart, the only things that I found that were close to funny. They're not funny. I said they're close. Really, really, really close. I like James Corden. I know not a lot of people do, which is kind of a shame because he is actually quite funny. He definitely has talent. Even if he does promotions or just does sketches on like movies, well, basically he does the same thing that Jimmy Kimmel, Brian O'Conan, Jimmy Fallon, like they do skits based on. Or they do interviews as well, based on what's coming up, films-wise. Even if the film's not good, at least what they do with interviews and stuff is amusing and quite funny. James Corden seems to be having so much fun with what he does on the Late Late Show, and I'm really happy for him. These movies are just making him worse. And I don't want to say that because I really feel bad for him. Patrick Stewart is at least having fun in the movie about emojis, so that's something. I mean, James Corden is as well, but I just feel bad for him. I mean, he was okay in Trolls, but I think his role was much better in here, because in Trolls, he was Biggie, but he wasn't in the film for that long. I mean, you could see him, but he didn't say much. Anyway, so, what else? Oh yeah, the animation is actually not that bad. The humans, human world, looks almost like Inside Out, and I don't mean as in like how it looks and how similar it is. I mean, animation-wise, it could work. It looks almost like Pixar quality, but not quite, because Pixar has some of the best animation out there, and Inside Out is my personal favourite Pixar film of all time. But anyways, but without comparing it to Pixar, it's good. I like the animation on the humans. Even some of the emojis look okay. I mean, they look bright and colourful. They look kind of unique, I suppose. But the rest are pretty bland. It's just an emoji with arms and legs. Sausage Party did the same thing, but at least they're trying to make it look like a cartoon, like black lines as arms and gloves as hands, and then you got shoes as foot. That makes sense. That made sense. Here it just looks, and no pun intended, if it is a pun, but I really don't care. This film, I really have no words, but anyways, forgive me. It looks meh. It really does. Is it the worst? Worst doesn't even describe it. Bland, yes. Really bland. Like the yellow emojis who make all the faces. Smiler, Gene, Jailbreak, Gene's parents, Mel and Mary. Bland as ever. The ones who I think are closest to looking appealing is Smiler, because she looks cute, I suppose, despite being a villain, but I don't care. And that's all the good things I can say about it. Oh, and the song Good Vibration is also good, but it doesn't deserve to be in the movie. Even though it's at the credits, but I don't care. Alright, the bad stuff. Characters. The closest that's good is James Corden and Patrick Stewart. Yes, I know, they gave me chuckles, but they were close to being my favourite. Close. Because, good God, they are mean-spirited. Just like the fucking rest. Same with Cloudy, another film that has mean-spirited characters, and is by the same company who made this movie, but it's better. But in Cloudy, there were characters I liked, and you can understand their situations, and you can feel for them. This movie, I didn't care about anyone. Maybe Smiler was interesting, but she wasn't in the movie for that long. The parents of Gene are just boring and bland. I know they're supposed to be mayors, but they take it to another level of, I really don't care. There's no development to them. Whatever they tell you about them is just forgotten, bland. You've seen it before in the Lego Movie, Wreck-It Ralph, and Inside Out. 3 films that are 10 times better than this pile of shit. Speaking of Jailbreak, Speaking of Wild Style, I need to talk about Jailbreak. The one thing that really does piss me off, and yeah, you could all agree, she looks like Wild Style from the Lego Movie. It's like she's a girl character who is really tough, and wouldn't harm a fly, even though it looks like she would. But, towards the middle, she has feelings for Jean. When Jean gets captured, she, is like, Jean, cliche. She has to go and save him and say, oh, I'm sorry for what they did to you. All that stuff. There are movies that do that, but they can do it better in a good execution. This movie does it in the fucking blandest way possible. Now that's the characters done. Let's talk about the story. Bland. It's terrible. It rips off every aspect of Inside Out. A movie I genuinely love. But they make it 10 times worse. They tell you how the phone works, how they get to different apps as well. It's like Cars, Pixar's Cars, but in Cars, you're not supposed to take it literal. Like, how do they sit down? How do they go to the toilet? Even though there was, 2 jokes in the first 2 Cars movies. But it didn't bother me as much, because they were supposed to be, cartoons. And the third one as well, even though I think it's the best one in the franchise, but that's another story. This movie, I couldn't get head or tails of how the world worked. They all have one expression, fine, but do they have to do it while they're off the work or duty? It's funny if it's on a miniseries or a sketch, but as a movie, not so much. You can't get good material out of that. Anyways, we're going to talk about the story. There's 2 subplots. There's one about Mel and Mary trying to look for Jean. Smiley just talking about how she's going to delete Jean because he's a malfunction, an emoji who can do more than one emotion. Seriously, that's normal. Stop trying to copy Inside Out movie. But the main story is about Jean and James Corden and Jailbreak trying to find the cloud to make him look like a male or something, so he can stop being a malfunction. I didn't really care at all. I mean, despite chuckling a little bit, for the most part, I just went, like I just wanted to go home and go to sleep. Or kill myself, whatever works. What else? So we covered the characters, the story, the comedy. Sorry if I keep saying this again, but yeah, I did get a couple of chuckles. But how's the rest of the humour? Terrible. It's puns, it's stuff that doesn't work, it's cringy, it's not funny, it's unpleasant. For example, when Patrick Stewart comes down and then the ice cream, who's not voiced by Rob Riggle for some reason, says, "Great job, man," and then Patrick Stewart says, "I'm just doing my duty," and then he laughs, and then the poop says, "Well, what did I say?" And I'm like, oh, fucking hell, it's going to be one of these movies, isn't it? I mean, isn't it? Sorry. I'm not from London, am I? I said it again. Anyways, enough about me saying I'm from London, even though I'm not, and I don't talk like a cockney. They do it again with the joke. They're going to be wiped from the phone because, they're going to be gone forever. And Stephen, who's voiced by Jack from Will and Grace, says, "Get it, wiped." And Patrick Stewart does something funny, which I do like, is, "Aim higher, Stephen." I'm like, it's okay, that was kind of amusing, but not funny-wise. Other cringy stuff, can't get into it. There's a couple that I can say. James Corden does a couple of cringy stuff, but he does do a couple of chuckles as well. Who else? I'm not trying to find who's funny, I'm just trying to find who's cringeworthy. Oh yeah, the parents, they're pretty cringeworthy as well. Because they're not funny, they're just bland and boring. I know they're supposed to be meh emojis, but I didn't care. Okay, what else? Oh, the fucking marketing. Good God. You know Minions, Despicable Me, which is better than this. You know when you like walk into a shop, a newsagent, a Tesco's, and you look around the corner and you'll see a Minions merchandise, lunchbox, socks, t-shirts, toys, even McDonald's as well. McDonald's toys, yeah, they had it in Happy Meals. People say, oh, it's so annoying. It's so annoying to see these Minions. Doesn't bother me, because I like Despicable Me. Even the recent Despicable Me movie is great as well. It's everywhere, but doesn't bother me. This movie, I just want to throw whatever its name is on, a product like Weetabix, anything really. Even all the toys from McDonald's, I just want to throw into the garbage and burn them. And I think they're soft toys. They have more, probably in Toys R Us, now that I'm speaking. I just want to buy every one of them and throw them and burn them. Even though I wouldn't do that because, one, too much money, two, I can't be bothered because the film has been out for ages, so I'm not sure if the meme's dead already, but hey, wait for DVD. That's when the fun will really begin, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Okay, just think what else I need to say about this movie. Covered story, characters, humour, the merchandise. Oh yeah, the teaser trailer. Yeah, you know what I'm going to say, bland, right? Well, no, it just looked terrible. It's a mare emoji telling you to go see the movie with yours or someone else's family, which I just find that really strange. And again, they do the emoji, the poop emoji joke. Oh, it's such a loader. And then the poop emoji says, oh, go on, finish the sentence. I don't want to talk about this movie anymore. I really don't. It's just, I want to try and forget about it. Literally, when I walk out the screen, I said to myself, I need a drink. So I go to the counter and I get a drink of Coke. It helps me. And I don't mean actually get drunk drinking, because that's something I'll never do. So for rating, IMDb rating the EMOJI Movie, even though I can't give it a 0, I'm going to give it a 0.1, because I just fucking hate it. It's one of the worst animated films, well, it was close to one of the worst films. It's not as bad as Pudgy the Dog, which is another story, my friends. But still, it's really terrible. If you guys haven't seen it, don't watch it. Wait for Lego Ninjago, because that's coming out quite soon. But that film's been getting mixed reviews, so I mean, it's up to you, but I'm excited and nervous to see it. But I know for one fact it will be better than this movie. I have no, I can't put it into words anymore. This movie's just, it's hurting my head. Anyways, thank God we got that movie out the way. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching my thoughts on. Sorry if I stutter a lot or if I talk to myself. It's just how I am. If I did this with script, this would probably take a long time to do. If you guys want me to do any more films, then please let me know in the comments. If it's films I haven't seen, I'll try and watch them. If it's films I have seen, I'll get round to them. It will have to be A, I have to watch them again. B, I have to go to the cinema and watch them and then do it when I get back. Or better, if I have any time. Or C, ones I never heard of, watch them without watching trailers or looking at the poster. That'd be better. Just tell me in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment and like and all that stuff. Next review will be It or Kingsman: The Golden Circle. No, I'm not going to make a vote because it's the first episode, so I'm just going to pick for myself. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.